probably is, but again, as I told you guys, it's probably one of also the questions that people don't really think about that much. These are the kind of facts that, like, again, I thought of randomly. I didn't think of this fact because I was like going online and was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna search up why the Boston Marathon's logo is a unicorn. So it's just those random facts that you think about when you're running that like fascinate you, and I felt like I just like had to share it with you guys. Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to the video. So before we jump into today's video, I'd like to say, I hope you enjoyed the last video I posted for you guys about the Fudgsicle Week 5 recap. I really hope you enjoyed what I had to say before, during, and after the race, my thoughts, my feelings, how I felt, my time, my pace, and everything in between. I also hope you enjoyed guest speakers number 1 and number 2. Number 1 was more like a comedy show for you guys. It was super funny filming it for you guys. And it was probably super funny receiving it as you guys were watching it. And I hope you enjoyed guest speakers number 2, my mom and my dad. They had an amazing race that day. Both accomplished huge benchmarks, so I'm really proud of them as well. I also hope you enjoyed the running videos gone wrong in that video. Those were hilarious. They were the best ones I've had yet. And I hope I have even funnier ones coming for you in the future. So yeah, stick around for those. Yeah, guys, so that's probably going to do it up for this first block of the intro, and now to into our second block of the intro, the topic for today's video. So in today's video, this topic I found, I thought of while I was actually running. It's kind of a random topic. Most runners probably think about it a lot, but most of us probably never have researched it. This topic is, why is the Boston Marathon's logo a unicorn? So once again, now that I say it, you guys are probably like, oh yeah, I think about that a ton, but I've never actually found out, why it is the unicorn, what, the unicorn actually has a name I never knew about, and it has a secret meaning behind it. So, I thought about that as I was running. I was actually doing, a run on the Boston Marathon course the day after the Fudgsicle, the day after I ran the Fudgsicle. And I thought to myself, why? And I actually told my dad, and I thought to myself, why is the Boston Marathon's logo a unicorn? And he's like, I don't know. And I'm like, I'm going to research it and find out, and then that's going to be my next video on YouTube. So I am here to tell you guys all about what the Boston Marathon logo is, the unicorn, and why is it that. So we'll be talking about why it's the unicorn. I actually proofread the article I'm going to show you guys. It has a name, and so many other cool features that people would never really think about this topic, but I thought about it randomly. It's kind of a random one, as I told you guys, but I hope you really enjoy what I have to say about it. And yeah, so we'll be going over why it's the unicorn, its name, and so many other things. Yeah, guys, so that's probably going to do it up for this first block of the video, and now to enter our second block of the video, why the Boston Marathon's logo is the unicorn. Alright guys, in this first block of the video, we're going to be discussing why the Boston Marathon's logo is a unicorn. So before we get started, I would just like to thank Boston.com for this great article. This article does a great job. As I told you guys, I proofread this article before I filmed this video for you guys. But this article does a great job explaining the name of the unicorn, why it's the unicorn, and so many other fun facts that we all don't think about, but would probably like to hear if we got the chance to. So yeah, that's probably gonna wrap it up for that. Shout out to Boston.com for this amazing article, and let's get right into it. So the title is, "Here's Why a Unicorn is the Symbol of the Boston Marathon." And the quote is, "It's probably one of our most frequently asked questions." It probably is, but again, as I told you guys, it's probably one of also the questions that people don't really think about that much. These are the kind of facts that, like, again, I thought of randomly. I didn't think of this fact because I was like going online and was like, oh yeah, I'm going to search up why the Boston Marathon's logo is a unicorn. So it's just those random facts that you think about when you're running that like fascinate you, and I felt like I just like had to share it with you guys. So let's get straight into it. So this is a picture of the full life unicorn right here. It's a huge one. Normally on the logo, it's just the face, but this is a full golden unicorn for the Boston Marathon. Ever wonder why a unicorn is the symbol of the Boston Marathon? That's the question. So this article is by Dylan Dower. Shout out to him for writing this awesome article, and let's get straight into it. The unicorn, with its horn pointed upward, the majestic mane, has graced the Boston Marathon finish line for decades. It has. The first Boston Marathon has actually, in this article, it actually says it, but it happened in 1897. That was just 1 year after the first Olympics happened. So that's how long ago the Boston Marathon started. The mythical creature was started as a symbol for the Boston Athletic Association, has become synonymous with the historic race, gracing runners' jackets, medals, and trophies. That is also true. If you look at the trophies and the medals and the jackets, maybe you have parents who ran this race, or maybe you yourself, for the adults out there watching this, maybe you ran the Boston Marathon. But your runner's jacket is typically going to have that unicorn on it. So the runner's jacket, medals, everyone's medal typically has a unicorn on it, and the trophies that the winners get also have the unicorn on it. Typically on the top, but sometimes they can be on the top and in the trophy. So let's read on. It's probably one of the most frequently asked questions, Jack Fleming, the BAA's chief operating officer, said of the unicorn's origin with the Athletic Association, which organizes the marathon. People pause on it and they think about it. It's very true, because once again, even with me, I paused on that when I thought about it, because I'm like, wow, that's an interesting fact, because once again, I'm going to say this so much in the video, but it's a fact that you're not going to think about every single day, but once you start thinking about it, you become fascinated with it, and you want to find out more. He said the common belief is that the unicorn was on the family crest of one of the BAA's founding members. The article didn't tell me whether this was true or not. I think it's what they think of it. I think it's what people made it, believed of it, and believed that was why the unicorn stood there, but it could be a myth, it could be true, I don't know, so I can't clarify that. That hasn't been proven, Fleming said. But with the rich heritage up here, between the Scots and English and Irish, it's a pretty likelihood. So he's basically just saying it's pretty likely that it was on a family crest of the BAA's, one of the BAA's founding families. It probably was true, but they still don't know. The athletic club was founded in 1887. The first marathon took place in 1879, which I told you guys about, and the unicorn was associated with all the organization's sports. So even not the Boston Marathon, the BAA also hosts other events like the professional women's 10K, the BAA 5K, and all these medals. With all these races, you'll find on the medals, the trophies, and the jackets, you'll find the unicorn logo, because that's what people think of. Typically, when you're a runner and you see a unicorn, you think of, oh yeah, Boston Marathon. And that's what they want you to think of when you think of the unicorn as a runner. Even if it once belonged to a family that had a coat of arms, the unicorn's meaning of the insignificance has since been broadened, which basically means it's not as specific as it once was. It's kind of been transferred to not be as specific, but still good. So this is the part where I really want to say for you guys. The unicorn is a mythological figure that is meant to be pursued, but in that pursuit, you'll never catch it, Fleming says. So it inspires you to continue to try to race harder in the case of running, and though it may be elusive, it is really the pursuit of the unicorn that makes you better and better and better. This is basically saying the unicorn is a sign of determination. If you read Greek mythology and everything, this is what they're talking about. In Greek mythology, when you read the stories of the unicorn, people would try to catch it, but they could never catch it, which is why Boston chose it, because it's a sign of racing harder. They want you to think the Boston Marathon is race harder, and you're going to get better and better and better. Fleming noted that the style of the unicorn has been stylized a few times over the decades, but he said Spike, the name that has been officially given to the unicorn by the BAA staff, has largely remained the same. Stylized basically means it has been changed over the decades. If you look at pictures online, some pictures are it looks like the old-fashioned unicorn, some of the recent unicorn, but generally it's all stayed the same. And once again, I said his name is actually Spike, which most of you probably didn't know because, once again, fact that most of us don't look up that much. So, yeah, his name is actually Spike, which is pretty interesting. We're really so proud of it, he said. And then this is just a picture of welcome runners entering Hopkinton, which is where the starting line of the race is. And that wraps it up for the article. So basically, I love this article. I think it did a really nice job of explaining everything. I think it did a really nice job of telling you about the marathon's history. The history is so rich. If you guys ever get the chance to, for all those kids out there and adults out there, if you guys ever get the chance to run the Boston Marathon, take up the chance. It has such a rich history. It's an amazing race. I can't wait to run it when I get older, if I ever do. And I would love to run it at some rate. Yeah, guys, so that's probably going to wrap it up for this first block of the video. And now let's move into our second block of the video, the summary of the article. Alright, guys, in the second and final block of the video, we're just going to be summarizing the article. So I wasn't going to originally put this blog in for you guys, but I thought maybe I read a little too fast for some of you, or some of you didn't get all the information I told you about, or it was too much information to comprehend for some of you, because it was such a long article and it was had so much information and we went through it word by word. And so I just thought I would recap it here for you guys. So basically, the unicorn's rich history is that the Boston Marathon, the BAA Association, the Boston Athletic Association, the race directors, or the head of the Boston Marathon, chose the unicorn because it's a sign of pursuing but never catching, and making you work harder and harder to get better and better and better and better and better to reach your goals and reach that finish line that is so elusive at the end of Boston, but not just Boston, at every marathon. So they chose the unicorn because it was a sign of they want you to keep pursuing, they don't want you to give up, and they want you to work harder and harder and harder to become better and better and better. Once again, we don't know whether once again the unicorn has been styled and changed in pictures over the years, so that has changed, but relatively together it hasn't really changed that much. The unicorn's name is Spike, which they never really changed that much, because it's kind of just unanimous. They're not going to really change the name at this point because you got 40,000 runners running it. You're such a big marathon, you can't change the name at this rate, so they just keep the name the same. Once again, they think the unicorn might be part of the family crest, but maybe not. They can't it's likely, as they said in the article, but maybe not. If you can see in the background, I actually have a bag with the unicorn on it, with the Boston Marathon 2021 on it, I think. It's either 2020 or 2021, but I use that bag a ton, so it proves just how popular the Boston Marathon is, because there's stuff everywhere. I have a bag of it, I have an entire box of stuff for it, so it's impressive how big they are. But once again, shout out to Boston.com for posting the article. Shout out to the author of the article. I forget your name. But if you guys want to check out this article by yourselves, reread it and find out more, I will link the article down in the description, so you guys can go check it out on your own. Yeah, guys, so that's probably going to wrap it up for the second and final block of the video, and that's probably going to do it up for today's video. Alright, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you enjoyed listening to me talk about the rich history behind the Boston Marathon's unicorn logo. Once again, if you ever get the chance to run the Boston Marathon, don't pass up the chance. If you're trained, if you're ready, if you feel that you can do it, always take up this chance, because it might be a once-in-a-lifetime chance. And for anyone out there who's watching this, you want to take that once-in-a-lifetime chance, because you may never get it back again. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed learning all these cool, fun facts about the unicorn. This is the first time I ever learned about the unicorn. I didn't know any background history about it at all. So it's a learning experience for you guys, but it was also a learning experience for me, because I found out something I never knew before. Once again, they say you learn something new every day, right? So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. Stick around for today's quote, and you guys are going to love it. And I will see you guys in the next one. Or once again, stick around for those running videos gone wrong. Those are I got some pretty funny ones for you guys, and I can't wait for you to see them if you stick around for them. So make sure you do. Yeah, guys. So that's probably gonna wrap it up for today's video. And I will see you guys in the next one. Have fun. Keep running. Peace out, guys. Okay, let's check this out. Alright, this looks pretty good. Yeah, this should work fine. Alright. Sounds good. Hey, what's up, guys? And back to the video. So before you jump into today's video, I'd like to say I hope you enjoyed the last video I posted for you guys about the Fudgicle Week 5 recap. I really hope you enjoyed what I had to tell you guys before, during, after the race, my thoughts, my feelings, how I ran, my time, my pace, and everything in between. I also hope you enjoyed what I told you guys about the big mistake I had in that race on the that video's thumbnail. I did go out slightly too fast in that race, but once again, hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the video. As before you jump into today's video, I'd like to say I hope you enjoyed the last video I posted for you guys about the Fudgicle Week 5 recap. I really enjoyed. I hope you really enjoyed what I had to say about what how I was feeling. Shoot, I messed up.